Good Tuesday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I am your meteorologist, Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Tuesday. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Tuesday so far. Looking at the radar right now, we do have some rainfall going on, but not really inside the state. It's really up here near like the Mineral Springs and Waxhaw places up here in North Carolina. Now, again, it's just what the model says. This is what is supposed to happen at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then this is recording right now at 11:30 p.m. So this is potentially what is happening. Going into our look at the entire U.S., we do have some rainfall right now going on in Illinois, going maybe even into Iowa. We also do have some rainfall over here going into obviously Alabama, going to Mississippi, going into New Mexico, and even up here. You have some isolated shower activity going on here, like in the Montana region. But for the most part, I mean, that's pretty much it. Going into our cloud cover, we do have some cloud cover right now going throughout like the coastal regions, going into the Midlands of South Carolina as well. And that will continue as we go on and push this forward even into this evening. Cloud cover will continue to be present. That goes again for pretty much most, if not all, of the PD and the Grand Strand. Also going into the low country, the Midlands. Upstate, probably the region that will have the least amount. Current temperatures right now, 78 in Columbia as well as 77 in Orangeburg, 79 in Summerville as well as 77 in Sumter, 79 in Georgetown as well as 80 in Murrells Inlet, 78 in Conway as well as 79 in Myrtle Beach. We also do have 75 in Spartanburg, 75 in Gaffney, 75 in York, and 76 in Rock Hill, 74 in Greenville, and 75 in Anderson. High temperatures for today, 96 in Greenville as well as Spartanburg, 95 in Rock Hill, 97 in Columbia as well as 96 in Orangeburg, 95 inside of Monk's Corner and Barnwell as well as Aiken, 93 in Charleston and 91 in Georgetown, 89 in Myrtle Beach as well as 92 in Hilton Head Island. Going into your feel-like temperatures for today, feel-like temperatures will range from around 105, maybe even lower, maybe 102 all the way up to around 110 today. So those feel like temperatures will go all the way down from 102 all the way up to 110. In terms of wind, wind will not be your friend. It will not help you. As low as 2 miles an hour, and then maybe even as high as 10 miles per hour. So for the most part, that wind is not going to help you. Going into wind gusts will be gusting most likely again from that 8 to 9 mile per hour range all the way up to around 15. Again, not really going to be too much of a help. Rainfall for today, a lot is possible. It goes from this morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, to tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch for places like Dillon, going into Charleston, going into Hilton Head Island as well. 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch for like Myrtle Beach, going into Monk's Corner, going into Greenville and Spartanburg. Quarter of an inch to a half an inch for like Rock Hill, Winnsboro, Columbia, Barnwell, Walterboro, Georgetown, Florence, Girard, half an inch to an inch for Aiken going into Orangeburg, and even going into some other spots as well. Anderson's included, and then an inch to an inch and a half possible in like Sumter and then some other regions, and then potentially even 2 to 3 inches of rainfall is potentially possible in an isolated spot today. So for the most part, rainfall is going to be excessive. As you can see here, if we go to the excessive rainfall outlook, the entire state of South Carolina has a minor risk of flooding or an isolated flash flood risk. That is for, again, the entire state of South Carolina. So we do have a chance for excessive rainfall for the entire state. Now for severe weather, no severe weather is expected, but I've heard some reports, or I've read up, honestly, I should say, that they're potentially talking about some pulse storms. Now, that pretty much means that a brief severe storm is possible just for a little period of time. Again, very brief, some severe gusts, but then it will die right back down pretty quickly. And that's what they're talking about over there for the forecast discussion. So, potentially, could have a severe storm or two, potentially. But definitely storms with gusty winds. That's definitely possible. And obviously that isolated flash flooding or minor flooding. Let's go into the models now. So we're going to look here, starting off at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's the crazy score. 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see, again, kind of what was going on as we move into, the models. As you continue all the way into around like 9 to 10 a.m., that shower activity kind of just dies out and you don't really see a whole lot until we get to around 12 to 1 p.m. That's when those showers and thunderstorm activity starts to really get up and start to track. And by the time you get to around 2 to 3 p.m., look at this rainfall. You're seeing those thunderstorms. You're seeing that excessive rainfall going through like the low country, going into the PD and the Grand Strand, and even the Midlands starting to see some, even once you get to around 4 p.m. Now, this is 5 o'clock right here. 5 o'clock again, showing that rainfall and that thunderstorm activity in the low country, the PD region, those coastal regions. And by the time you get to around 7 to 8 p.m., those showers and storms will start to move a little bit into the upstate. But you're still seeing that rainfall activity in other areas as well. Now, once you get to around 9 to 10 p.m., look at all of that thunderstorm activity that's moving down from North Carolina into the upstate. That will cause some potential excessive rainfall even once you get to around 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning, which this is where we're going to stop at. But rainfall seems to be possible pretty much for most of the day, all the way from around 12 o'clock all the way to 12 a.m. So 12 o'clock p.m. to 12 a.m. The crazy score, we're at 84. It's out of the severe category, mainly because of that heat, dangerous condition. That heat will cause some dangerous conditions out there. Also, the very, very, very isolated chance for a severe storm, and then obviously isolated flash flooding is possible as well. So that's mainly why we're in that severe category. If it was not for that dangerous heat, probably would not see that severe category. Probably be like in the strong, maybe severe, due to that isolated flash flooding. But for the most part, we're in the 84. We're on the 84 mark. And for today, that's in the severe category for dangerous conditions. Going on now, that's pretty much going to wrap this up. So if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, make sure you go in and do so. We're at 549 subscribers. We are one subscriber. That is all. One subscriber away from the halfway point of 550 subscribers. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers. We are 51 away from 600. One subscriber away from 550. If you know one person that has not hit the subscribe button yet, go on and just let them hit the subscribe button. It's quick, it's easy, it takes like 2 seconds. You can always change your mind, and they could always change their mind. I will be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. with your Tuesday evening forecast update. Let's get to 550 before tonight. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and remember to hit those 2 buttons.